Alright, it is time for Wii-Uesday. Wii-Uesday is the series where I'm currently going through as many Wii U games as I possibly can. So pretty much all of them besides Just Dance every single Tuesday. Why? Because clever naming conventions and branding. This week I have Fast and Furious Showdown, which is a game I've actually played through on PC. It's god-awful. It is terrible, but let's see like if the Wii U version is just as bad. Because sometimes I find the Wii U ports of games like really charming. Because, you know, it's a little platform that could. So we're gonna give it a go. This game's by Firebrand, who mainly did like kind of like handheld racing games. Like DS, they did like Need for Speed Nitro, Dirt 2, Need for Speed Undercover. They did Grid. They did Trackmania DS. Obviously, they did this game. They did the really bad Hot Wheels World's Best Driver, which maybe I'll look at pretty soon. So they've done like a lot of like racing games, like a few like licensed movie games, but mainly handheld racing stuff is what they've done. But we're gonna check out the Wii U version of this game. This is my first time again playing the Wii U version. I just remember it being absolutely terrible and really short. But let's give it a go. Let's be Letty. I can't remember much about this, to be honest. I just remember it existed. And that's about it.
Me. What do you think you're doing?
Ooh, that game's loud.
Hicks. I got orders to meet Agent Luke Hobbs in 24 hours.
Yeah, I just remember this being kind of like a co-op-y sort of racing thing.
Name, right?
That's about it.
I don't know. Maybe.
A co-op-y, but you played solo.
I'm sorry to post up like this.
But I believe you can have a friend play it with you too.
I get it, but next time try asking. I don't like surprises, and neither does Hobbs.
Okay. Got it. So you know him. Any idea what this is all about?
Yes. He's been tracking a crew across the globe, and we're getting closer.
Right. Toretto's crew.
No. Another one. And they are dialed in and dangerous as hell. They've been running jobs from Hong Kong to Berlin. And every time someone gets close...
Nice driving.
Yeah, but Hobbs is closing in on them.
No, I said we're getting closer. Some recent intel points to Russia.
What are their scores?
Military tech. They know it, they heist it, and they use it without hesitation. Everywhere they've been, they find a wake of destruction.
Who's in charge?
Owen Shaw, former Spec Ops, was a major in the SAS and ran the UK's mobility division.
I was on an op with them in Cairo. They play for keeps.
But yeah, so I missed last week's Wii-Uesday. Not gonna lie, completely forgot about doing it, 100%, because the Dead by Daylight DLC came out with Oni, and I wanted to make a video on that. And I was like, shit, it's Tuesday. I was supposed to do a Wii U video, and I went, no one will notice, and you know, no one noticed, so it all worked out. But yeah, now we're on this. The only thing that's gonna kind of screw with me is Nintendo is insistent on never doing analog triggers. So, it's either all speed or no speed. Which I'm not big on. Works for Mario Kart, but like in other racing games, I'm not huge on it.
What if they don't deviate from the route?
That's not an option. Are we clear?
I got this. Steer into
Also,
traffic, and if cops show up, show them the sky.
it looks like,
Not just the police, everyone.
looks like the gamepad's only used to play on the gamepad. Doesn't look like there's any like UI stuff on it at all. Oh, there is. Okay, cool. So the gamepad is actually like a rear view mirror. Cool, man. That's actually really cool. So if I want to see like what's behind me, all I gotta do is look down at the gamepad. Never mind. That's actually like really good functionality for the gamepad. I kind of like that. Because I can do it manually. But why would I if I could just look down at the gamepad? That's nice. It's like a very minor feature, but it's kind of like, you know, what I think makes the Wii U stand out so much. Is just like what the developers decide to do.
Cops from the right.
With their, flipper, huh? Oh. Oh, okay. I vaguely remember this, but yeah, it always, like, amazes me, or, like, you know, makes me happy, I should say. I shouldn't say amazes, not at all. But it does make me quite happy, like, when developers do, like, cool stuff with the gamepad. And just don't do, like, the generic, just see what's happening, like, you know, on the gamepad screen. Like, I don't like it when it's just, like, a mirror of the game feed. I just like having cool stuff there. And a rear view mirror, cool enough for me. Because so many people thought the gamepad itself was like such a gimmick, and I mean, like, it ended up being a gimmick. Sir, are you okay? Are you gonna stop sliding? Easy double neutralize. Okay. Yeah, I just like seeing like different stuff on the gamepad, and I like it when developers do cool things with it, because I don't really think it's much of a gimmick. It ended up being a gimmick, but like there were so many cool like use cases for the gamepad that I just kind of like love seeing different stuff being done with it. It makes me a happy boyo. And surprisingly enough, this is actually playing really well. Frame rate's actually holding up. It's not really skipping. It doesn't look great. Like, you know, like stuff's like super aliased and whatnot here. Like, it's not like, you know, a great looking game. But granted, didn't even look good on PC, to be fair. In fact, I'd say it looked awful on PC as well. But, like, whatever. Like, this actually looks acceptable enough. It plays well enough. I can't complain too much here. This is fine. For what it is, this is fine. Looks good, gamepad's useful. Responsive. Game's playing fine. Just because the game itself isn't necessarily great, doesn't mean it's a terrible port. We're gonna skip the cutscenes. It's Fast and Furious. Who cares? But yeah, just because the game itself isn't great doesn't mean like this looks like it's gonna be a bad port at all. Like, this actually looks like a pretty competently like put together port for the Wii U. Because like a lot of times, like, you'll play something on the Wii U and you'll be like, wow, this barely runs. Watch Dogs. Not that I'm pointing out any games Watch Dogs, because I would never do such a thing, Watch Dogs.
Good to go. Follow my lead.
But so far, this is decent. I remember this. Alright, so here's the thing. Okay, so we're dragging a safe with us, as you could probably already tell. Which in itself is actually pretty cool. So here's the thing, right? Like, just because the game's not good doesn't mean like it's not like wacky or like, you know, at least moderately enjoyable at times. And stuff like this I found to be really stupid and kind of fun. I do remember this mission. But I also remember like a later stretch of like snow levels that were like actual hell to play. But that level was actually a pretty cool gimmick. I can't complain, yo. I almost like want to do like another full playthrough of this. Not for the video, but like maybe on Twitch I'll do like a full playthrough. I don't know why. Because like now I'm just like remembering like how stupid this game was. And like how not good it was, yet at the same time I sort of just want to play it more. But I think like what I like is that it's like a straight up like a driving game, but it's like not a racing game. Because I love racing games. If you've never checked out this YouTube channel before, I do a little series called Alex at the Races, where I just kind of play a lot of racing games. Because I have hundreds, like actual hundreds in my collection. I love, love, love racing games, but like driving games in general too, like I really enjoy. And like 95% of driving games are racing games. Just like whenever you get like a driving game that's not strictly racing, it's fun. It's a nice change of pace. This is one light safe, by the way. If these two cars are just dragging this, no problem. Because that is one big save. Also, you can totally switch cars, by the way. So I can be like, I want to be this dude, then I want to be this dude, then I want to be this dude, then this dude, you can. And it's actually pretty seamless, like, without an issue. Not bad. Whew. How much further do we gotta go, I wonder? In two-player mode, this would be super fun, actually. I can imagine, like, two players having a blast doing this. Because, like, even in single player, it's pretty fun. Alright, I feel like this is going to be end of level. It's going to have to be the end of the level coming up. At least I'm assuming so. Like, I mean, like, we on the highway, yo. There we go. Chapter 2 complete. Oh, and there were, like, missions every level, like, that if you, like, went for it, like, you get more stars and you get more unlockables and stuff, right. Forgot about that. But yeah, screw it. I'm not here to be a completionist tonight. Oh, right. Try changing weapons on the loading screen. There's combat in this. There's car combat.
Sorry, bro. I couldn't help myself.
Alright, now I always said like this wasn't strictly a racing game. There's racing in it. Here we go. It's racing time.
Just think of it as Miami on a bigger dance floor. The small is making you crazy, man.
But good mission. First 3 chapters, like good mission variety.
I did still.
So we had the cop evasion causing havoc. We had the co-op dragging a safe. Now we have a race. Like good variety. Now you're probably wondering, like, how can I say this is a bad game if all I'm saying is this mission's really cool, good variety, stuff like that. This is pretty fun. Trust me, if I remember correctly, they put their best foot forward at the start of this game. The second they brought up the combat, I felt myself, like, have a minor aneurysm. Because, the combat ain't pretty in this. And the driving itself is really weird. Like, the driving itself doesn't feel great. It's doable. But it's very weighty. It's incredibly weighty, trying to do the driving. Oh boy. Because, like, when I turn, like, it doesn't feel like I'm turning. Like, it feels like I'm just, like, pushing through a lot of weight to turn. Like, you know, like, when, in a racing game, like, if you're up against another racer and you want to turn, but, like, there's someone to your left, if you want to be a dick, like, you can kind of, like, bump into them and try and force that car to turn with you. That's kind of, like, what every turn in this game feels like. It feels like I'm just kind of, like, pushing up against something to complete my turn. Kinda tricky. Music's good though. And this track here, like, actually isn't bad. for what it is. Although the AI seems to be very, very rubber bandy, and rubber banding in driving games is one of my biggest pet peeves. I get like why developers do it, to kind of like give the feeling of a close race the entire time. This game seems to be pretty severe with it. Because it feels like I turn or I brake for half a second, someone passes me. Which is no bueno for me. Oof. Okay, where's my nitrous? I need that. What I also appreciate right now, too, is the yard counter in the bottom left let me know how much longer I have, like, left in the race, even with, like, over another lap left. Because it lets me know, like, how screwed I am right now. And I'm not, like, really screwed yet. But I do gotta cover some distance here. I also really want some on nitrous here. The second is not gonna cut it. Okay, there's some nitrous. Let's get our speed boost. I'm not getting to first. No way. Yeah, I kind of figured I wouldn't. I tried. That one crash, that, like, AI got way too far ahead of me. In fact, looks like I might get knocked back to third. There's a guy coming up behind me. By looking at the gamepad, I can tell that. Thanks, gamepad. Cops, don't ruin this for me. Oh my god. Cops? Such buzzkills. Oh well, I'll take second. Yeah, let's do one more mission. Why not? Let's see if like the next mission introduces the combat. Because I just remember the combat being like an absolute shit show, and it started. This game like eventually starts relying on it for a lot of missions, and it just makes everything terrible. Alright, so we're just gonna evade the police then, this mission. No combat? No combat. Just get away from the cops. Oh, survive the pursuit. So I just gotta survive for 3.5 minutes? Okay. Simple enough. Easy neutralized. Wasn't even trying to do that. But because I'm a Fast and Furious Showdown on Wii U god, I made that happen. Alright. I have not been using my handbrake this entire time. I really should be doing that. There we go. It'll also get me nitrous a bit quicker. I'm hurting. Maybe drifting's not a good idea. That's weird. That's not good. And I'm still gonna, like, survive another 2 minutes here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna have to find a way. Okay. The number one way to avoid police is just ride laps around the highway. That's all we gotta do, it's fine. Later, copper. Alright, we got another minute 20. I'm doing good. I'm gonna be this guy. Oh crap, he's almost dead. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the one that's almost dead. We'll use the one that has like half health and only 45 seconds left to go. I'd rather not blow up. I'll just trust the AI to like not lose. How do we lose the chopper? That thing's barely had to hover over the highway to keep on top of us, you know? He has full health? Okay. Just confuse the AI. Alright. Cool. We survived. I'm gonna call it there on Fast and Furious Showdown. It's not exactly a good game, like the driving feels like shit. But again, this is like about like, you know, playing everything on the Wii U. I think if we're gonna talk strictly like Wii U ports, this game was stable. The loading times aren't terrible. The gamepad was used in a way that's not terrible. Did I already say performance is good? If not, I mean, yeah. The graphics, I mean, the game itself looks like crap on every platform, but like the Wii U version looks fine for what it is. It's just very aliased, and you can kind of tell the, oh god, like, just the way things draw in, and just kind of like the level of detail and stuff in the background's very low. But I mean, so be it. For what this is, like, it's functional. It's not a bad Wii U version at all. And honestly, like, the game itself, as crap as it is, isn't, like, the worst game you'll ever play. Because, like, there's fun in it. Like, I had fun with what I just did. It's just, it does become a shit show as the game goes on. I do know this for a fact, because I did sit down, like, one night and just played through all of it. It becomes an absolute shit show. But, yeah, not bad. Not a bad, like, little Wii U game. There's way worse in the Wii U library than this. And there's co-op, and if you really want to go for everything, you can. Challenge missions there. What's on profile? Bunch of different vehicles, statistics. Like, I have 3% game completion in 20 minutes. Like, you can get some legs out of this if you want to go for 100%. Don't know why you would, but you can. And look, they even put the achievements over on this game, if you want to go for those. And you can even get some concept art, which I have unlocked none of. Yeah, Fast and Furious Showdown. It's an inoffensive Wii U port. In fact, it's a pretty good Wii U port of, like, a rather mediocre to bad game. And I'm kind of glad I checked out this version, because it was, you know, it was a decent enough time for the last 20-ish minutes. Anyways, thank you all for joining me on this Wii-Uesday. Y'all have a lovely day, and toodles, y'all.